Hey everyone, and welcome back to Rookie Swing. I'm Matt, just a regular guy taking on the challenge of playing 100 rounds of golf as a beginner. Golf is hard. If you've ever tried it, you know exactly what I mean. There are no fancy shots here. It's just me, figuring things out one round at a time, and doing my best to keep it as enjoyable as possible without making golf any harder than it already is. Today's round 7 of 100, and I'm focusing on getting just a bit more consistent, keeping only one swing thought in my head, though who knows how that'll go. So if you're here to watch the honest ups and downs of a beginner's journey, you're in the right place. Started off with a bogey, and honestly I'm pretty happy with that. It's a beautiful day with an early morning tee time, but the course is packed. I've barely just rolled out of the car with zero warm-up, feeling a bit rushed. But hey, that's just part of it sometimes. I'll be honest, I almost gave up on filming today. The groups behind me seemed like they were flying through, and with setting up the camera, I sometimes feel like it slows me down way too much. I even asked my caddy if we should let them play through, but she assured me not to worry. That definitely eased the pressure a bit. Nice to have someone keeping me grounded out here. For those paying close attention, you might have noticed I've switched from Garmin sensors over to Arco's smart sensors. After just 4 rounds, I've found them to be much less hassle. I don't even need to think about them. Just click start, and they handle the rest, tracking shots and collecting all sorts of data that could help my game. I add these stats and insights, plus everything else I'm up to between rounds, into my progress emails. That includes my practice sessions, any adjustments or drills my coach has me working on, and even the occasional expenses update. If you're interested in digging deeper, I'll add a sign-up link below. It's free, and hopefully it'll give you some helpful insights and a behind-the-scenes look that I can't fully share here without making the video too long. It's so easy to go down the rabbit hole of YouTube golf videos, but those on my email list already know I've decided to keep things simple. I'm sticking to just a couple of channels for general golf insights. But I'm skipping the swing tips from online coaches. My coach can personalize my swing to suit me, which is far better than trying to piece together generic advice. Next week I'll be taking on 18 holes at a new course to put some of those course management tips into action. So be sure to subscribe so you don't miss it. Should be interesting to see if it makes a difference. My 7-iron is usually one of the clubs I feel pretty confident with since I use it a lot during lessons. But not on this tee box. First shot, straight into the water. Second shot, into the trees. Third shot? Well, it was closer to the trees than the green. Definitely not like the shot I had in my head. It's safe to say this one didn't go as planned. But that's alright, the groups behind were way back, so at least I didn't feel rushed. I could take a breath, regroup, and remind myself that it's all part of the learning process. No pressure, just me and the next shot. As a beginner, after rough tee shots like this hole, I always try to remind myself, don't chase perfection. Progress is better than perfection, and every mistake is just one more step toward understanding and improving my game. What about you? Do you have any go-to thoughts after a tough tee shot? Let me know in the comments. I'm always looking for ways to stay positive out here. 6th hole, and the plan is pretty clear. Stick to the left all the way to avoid the water on the right. If I can keep it down that side, I'll stay well out of splash range. Now, let's see if I can actually make it happen. Didn't hit any of my greatest shots here, but you know what? The plan worked. Sticking to the left kept me safely away from the water, and sometimes that's all you need, a solid plan, even if the shots aren't perfect. Hitting driver less than 100 yards never feels great, but hey, it's still better than landing out of bounds or in the water. Sometimes it's all about perspective, right? So let's just keep moving forward. I had my landing zone all picked out, just right of the bunker and the flag, and I figured it'd be fine if it went a bit further. Well, it didn't quite go as planned, but that was the idea. I decided to aim left on this one to steer clear of the bunker. Even if I overhit it, I'd still end up in a decent spot just off the green instead of buried in the sand. Playing it smart, well, that's the plan anyway. Turned out pretty well. The shot went a bit straighter than my usual shape, and it actually ended up even closer to the green than I'd hoped. Can't complain about that. Alright, final hole for today, and I thought I'd give it everything with driver. And by everything, I mean a solid 87 yards. Just goes to show that the driver isn't always the best plan on a par 5 when you're a beginner. And that's it for today's round. I don't have an official handicap yet, but the Arco's dashboard is telling me I'm around a 43 handicap. Not sure how accurate that is, but it's something to work with. Today was all about building a bit of consistency, and I'd say there were a few small victories in there. Next round I'll be taking on a new challenge, an 18-hole championship course. It's going to be a whole different experience, and I can't wait to see how it goes. If you're enjoying the journey, make sure to subscribe so you don't miss it. Here's to more progress, one round at a time. Alright, Rookies Roundtable question. What's your go-to thought process after a bad tee shot? How do you reset and move forward? Drop your tips in the comments. I'm always looking for ways to stay positive out here.